What's up, everybody? Subimaniacs here. Welcome back. We're in the Northeast here. It's winter time. I haven't had any videos up here for a while, mostly because I had a back surgery October 30th, the day before Halloween, and I was out of commission for a while, which meant no driving. So I've been back to driving a little bit and starting to feel better. So I figured it was time to get some videos back up to everybody. And I'm going to be going out to the post office. So I figured this was a good chance to do a video. I'm going to do one on the way down and one on the way back, because it gives me a good chance to just kind of talk through some things, pontificate a little bit. I'm going to start backing up here. Because it's a quickish ride, but enough to kind of just get a little bit of a conversation going. And excuse me, the last time we were in the BRZ, again, if those of you, this is your first view here, I have a 2017 limited BRZ. I gotta run to the post office real quick. Right back. So I have a, sorry about that, I have a 2017 Subaru BRZ limited automatic transmission, and the last time I was in it, and the last time I did a video with you guys, it was some warmer months. Now it's winter pretty much in the Northeast. My thermometer right now is, it's reading 41 degrees, which is actually significantly warmer than what it was earlier in the day. Earlier in the day it was about mid to high 20s, and overnight we're supposed to start getting into the teens as far as temperatures go. And I still have not switched my wheels over because we haven't really gotten any significant snow yet, although it's going to be coming. It's definitely January, February, we're going to have some snow. The tires that are on right now are high performance summer tires. I still haven't gotten the maker model yet, but I'll get that for you guys. Basically, they're not tires that I should be running in the winter time, and I do have a spare set of wheels that my brother had on his Subaru WRX. It was they're a 5x100 bolt pattern, so that's what the BRZ uses. It uses a 5x100 bolt pattern. I'm actually going to do, when we switch those wheels over, I want to do a video just showing kind of how we do that, just so, you know, if people are out there, they've never seen how to, you know, change a tire or change a wheel. You know, we won't do all four of them. We'll show you how to do just one, but we'll go over what the BRZ has for bolt pattern, offset, things like that, what I'm going to be putting on for the winter setup, and all those kinds of things. But as far as how the BRZ has been treating me in the cold weather, not necessarily the snow. I'm going to do some snow videos when we get there. But as far as for the cold weather, it's good. It really runs well. It heats up nicely. I have the heat on right now. Actually, I got to turn it down a little bit. It heats up nicely. It does. So you're not going to be real cold inside. But the only problem I did have was the first day that it got real cold that I was actually driving, was that the windows did stick a little bit, because there was a little bit of moisture that got in there, so they did stick. But rest assured, they do work. It does get pretty cold here, especially overnight, you know, maybe teens. When we get into the real thick of the winter, we'll probably be talking single digits and things like that. But the car performs nicely in the winter. My gas mileage has been slightly less, but other people have been driving it, maybe not filling up with the 93 like I fill it up with, so that may have something to do with it. But this tank, I'm getting about 27.9 miles per gallon. It's come out to about 227 miles that I've driven on it, and it's telling me I only have 65 left, which it's a little bit, that's not quite as I'm used to getting. But again, that could be because of a number of different things. I'm gonna chalk it up to the colder weather. One of my tires is having a little bit of an issue holding air, so uneven tire pressures between my tires. And car guys, yes, I know, we want to make sure those tire pressures are even or as close to even as possible. But for right now, I think there's either an issue in the valve, because I think the tire is good. It's leaking air. So I'm going to chalk it up to that. I'm going to chalk it up to a little bit of cold weather, running the heat more, and, needing it to idle a little bit more to warm up. But as far as performance, which a lot of you will say the car doesn't have it, it's not fast, it doesn't accelerate very quickly. Yeah, well, first of all, those kinds of things are relative. Sure, we can quantify it, and in terms such as, well, it's 0 to 60 is not very fast. Yeah, okay, that's fine, but it's still super light, it's still super fun, it still takes turns way quicker than I should be taking turns, and the bottom line is it's a fun car. If you want a fast car, if you want a really quick car, if you want a 0 to 60 car, you're probably going to be looking at a different car. All right, if you want a fun sports car that is comfortable to drive, you'll be looking at this car. Okay, and yes, it is a 2+2. Yes, the back seats do fold down. It's really a nice little car, and it's fun to drive. I just turned my heat off, actually, so I'm not going to need it really for the rest of the ride. But the BRZ, I love it. It's working just fine in the cold. I have to imagine that once the snow does hit, those videos are going to kind of change my mind, probably a little bit, as far as its performance and how it handles and all those different sorts of things. But for right now, the car's a gem. Okay, the car is a gem, and there's not really going to be much that changed my mind. I don't really think that I'm going to have a huge issue getting around in the winter, because I won't have to deal with too many hills. I'm going to put some nice winter tires on, and the thing of it is that if you don't drive like an idiot, you're probably going to be okay. Now, for those of you who maybe don't know, the 2017 and later models, I'm not sure if the 2016 had it or not, but the 2017 and later models do have a snow mode. And it's right near on the same controls as turning your traction control off and turning sport mode on. Now, from what I know, snow mode, really what it does is it takes first gear out of the equation, and it prevents you from basically spinning the tires. Okay, so does it work? I don't know. I haven't had to use it yet. I have to imagine that if they put it in there, they probably put it in there for a reason, and it probably is effective enough to warrant its own button. Okay, I really don't think because this is a minimalist car, really. They're talking about lightweight, not a lot of bells and whistles, and I'm at a stop right now for those of you who are, hands on the wheel and everything. Not a lot of bells and whistles. Okay, so I cannot imagine that they just threw in extra controls, extra computers, and extra buttons just because it kind of looked good. Oh, look, here's an extra button to push. No, I would like to think that the car makers at Subaru said, we're going to create this snow mode. It might not be a whole lot, but maybe just enough. Take first gear out of the equation, change up the slip differential a little bit, just enough to keep us from getting killed in the wintertime. And they probably banked on the fact that people were going to be driving this car in the winter, because let's face it, excuse me, a lot of Subarus are sold in the Northeast. We're in America here. They're sold in the Northeast. What happens in the Northeast? It snows. Okay, it snows. Whether it comes down inches upon inches upon inches, or if it's just a light coating, it snows. The roads are not great. These are not flat, super smooth roads where we're just going to bomb down. No, these are pothole roads. These are winter roads. They're torn up. So, I'm actually almost kind of looking forward to the snow mode to really see what it's all about, to really see if it does help. And yes, we'll have to go out there and we'll have to do a little bit of experimenting, find some snow, rip around a little bit in regular mode, rip around maybe in sport mode, have some fun, then rip around in snow mode. And probably do some just daily regular driving as well. Daily regular driving in regular mode, daily driving in the snow in snow mode, to see if it does make a difference. But you know, when it comes down right to it, I really think just the way you drive is going to make a huge difference. If you're at a dead stop and it's snowy and you're in a rear-wheel drive car and you're just looking to accelerate and get off the line, you're not going to go anywhere. Okay, you're not going to go anywhere. I don't care what kind of sport mode or snow mode you're in. That's just the nature of the beast. And yeah, I'm gonna have to pay more attention to the type of tires I have on. I'm gonna have to have good snows, and I'm gonna have to drive differently than if I was in an all-wheel drive car. But so far, again, we haven't had a lot of snow. It hasn't been an issue. It's December. Okay, today is December 6th. We're gonna start getting snow probably soon. If not soon, and if not in December, then probably definitely in January. And we'll see what it's like then. But I am at the post office now, so there'll be another video to follow this. We'll do one on the way back, and it's good to be back.